Cage Mines, Micah Frankel at the Jackson Wink Academy. It's fight week for Chris Breezy Brown, the future. It's been a while since we've said that, my man.
Man, a year and a half. Well, about a year and a half since I actually fought. Because the last fight for PFL last year got canceled because the guy didn't want to come out of his hotel room. So it's been a while.
Back with the PFL. It's PFL number 8 for the 2024 season. It's playoffs, and you get to see that up close as you're in a feature opportunity against Thad Gene. How happy are you to get this opportunity, first off? Because a year and a half, it's been way too long since we've seen you in the cage.
Yeah, I'm just ecstatic to finally be able to fight again. The UFC's had me on standby all year and had me cutting weight, ready to take a short notice fight, and nothing ever came. And the year's halfway done, and I finally got an opportunity from PFL. So this is third time's a charm. Three is my favorite number, so I feel like third time's a charm. The first time they split decision didn't go my way, to the surprise of everyone there. And then the guy wouldn't even come out of the hotel room last year. So third time's a charm, and this is the third time I'm fighting an undefeated prospect in a row. So I did a 5-0, a 6-0, now a 7-0. So just gonna continue that streak of destroying these prospects now.
Thad Gene is going to be the opponent. He has some finishing ability. We've seen overhand left and uppercuts, so some different strikes, score the knockouts. Do you see anything in him different than what you've seen in any of these other prospects?
No, he's just a tall guy, tries to throw everything hard, but unlike me, he's been fighting a lot of bums. If you look at our records, I've had a way harder career, fought a lot more, of course, but compared to this will be my 15th fight. This is his 8th fight. But the opponents that we faced are completely different. He's used to fighting people that are not on my level, and just my style itself is completely different than anything he's ever experienced or trained with.
What have you been doing over the last year and a half? How has your style evolved, changed? What's different about Breezy this time around?
Just getting better. I've just been sharpening my skills, learning new tricks, learning more things to infuse people with. Um, like I say, a lot of people already don't do the things that I do, and I've got some more stuff that nobody else is doing. So I'm looking forward to showing a mix of my skills because I think I'm better everywhere. I'm the better striker. He's a basic striker pretty much. Like I said, he just tries to throw everything hard, and half of his opponents didn't even want to fight. So it's going to be a big difference for him.
He's a PFL guy. I feel like the last 3 fights are in the PFL. That got him to 5, 6, 7, and 0. So he's somebody that they're building up. And you're a guy that's been a veteran on the fringes of them accepting. Is there any additional feeling or pressure because it's your third time around with them, and this is a guy that they obviously feel invested in building?
Yeah, they're trying to build him up, but like I said, it's great to go and crush a prospect. I've been there. I lost my O a long time ago, so it doesn't bother me that of course, I'm an underdog again, but you would think people would learn from these things. But history repeats itself. Underdog again, just like I was when I won the LFA belt, and we saw how that went.
I know we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but is there any kind of expectation with this fight, what a victory could do? Is there any talk of that from the PFL side?
There's just a lot of opportunities, especially now since they bought Bellator. So my manager's like, you win this one, don't be surprised if you get a Bellator fight because they are switching their fighters between both organizations at this point. So it's a lot of mixing and matching. So there's a lot of opportunities, especially since I'd have to wait for next year's playoffs to be able to get into that. So after I put on a good show, I'm sure they'll want to put me somewhere to showcase my skills.
A wily veteran now at this point, 15th professional fight What's the biggest lesson been learned over these years now as a professional?
Just taking better care of my body, making it easier on myself instead of having to cut so much weight. Um, it was an adjustment when I went from 55 to 70. I thought I could have a little bit more weight. Then I was like, oh, I put on too much weight. 'Cause, starting camp, like when I fought Steve Jones, I started camp at 224. So, just learning to keep my body in shape. Since the UFC had me in standby all year, I kept my weight around 190 all year. So I didn't even reach 200s this year. So this has been the easiest weight cut that I've ever had. I'm already, 15 pounds over. So it's going to be a nice, easy cut for once in my life.
How much does the experience advantage play into a fact of what we're going to see in the cage?
Yeah, like I said, he hasn't really fought anybody that I feel challenged him. And I saw he fought someone 10-4, but not all 10-4s are the same. So I think the fact that I fought people like Liao over there, and nobody wanted to fight Liao when I fought him, and he made it to the semifinals of the PFL tournament that year. So comparatively, we're on different levels.
You guys are on different levels. I'm sure it's your objective then to come out and show it, impress the PFL, get that call back. What do you think then the fight that we're going to see looks like?
I think it'll be a good fight, but like all my fights, he's gonna be confused. Once I start getting in there and getting into my strikes and my trickery, he's like, it's one thing to look at on video and think it's gonna happen, but it's a lot different seeing it actually in person. So just like everyone, he's gonna be surprised.
And y'all see it if you're not there at the Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida. You catch it on ESPN Plus for the undercard. Chris, good to see you back in the cage.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back in the cage and put on a show for all my fans. I know people have been waiting, and I'm definitely going to deliver.